We back, baby. Yeah. Yeah. Back, baby. Yeah. I'm trying a different streaming method today. This is going to be using an NVENC encoder and Vulkan. I was hoping to fix some of the audio issues. We'll see. No promises. Hopefully I saved right. Somebody told me I saved wrong. Hopefully I didn't. No, I didn't. Y'all crazy. I did a fine job, gamers. File loaded. No. You should still be at the hospital. Yeah. Ooh, we can leave. We're outside. Can you believe Chris runs this entire place? I don't envy her. Let's swing by Hojo's house.
いいか、ジョナサン。北条家へ向かうぞ。
北条の家か。
どうした、ジョナサン。
気が進まない。触れてはいけないのかもしれない。
ジョナサン、もう片足を突っ込んでるんだ。引き返せない。
ああ。
避けては通れん。
分かってる。北条家。ロレインの家。
Oh yeah, that's Lorraine's house. I forgot. Maybe Karen will be there. We still haven't stopped to talk to Karen, which is kind of weird. I thought for sure we would have by now, being it's her parents and her mom's dead. Ooh. Hojo's residence.
ここが北条家らしい。
ここにロレインが。
娘のカレンがいるはずだ。彼女に話を聞こう。
Yeah.
ジョナサン、娘のカレンは BBC の人気キャスターだ。カレン北条。聞いたことがあるだろ？
ロレインがそんなこと言ってたな。ニュースキャスター？もしや。
彼女はロレインの生き写しだ。
ロレインの娘か。
いいな、ジョナサン。30年も経っているんだ。お前にとっては3年前のことに思えるかもしれんが、冷静に受け止めるんだぞ。
Yeah, this is gonna be tough. We can see inside for the adjustable glass. The colony is shaped like a cylinder. Normally both neighbors are able to see inside your house. This is one of Beyond's biggest problems. It's the front door. There's a doorbell next to it. I've got a security camera too. Look at all the windows they have. This place faces the central axis and must have a nice view. You wouldn't normally have so many windows. These windows are made from adjustable glass. You can't see in at all. You ready? I'll ring the doorbell.
BCP のものです。ちょっとお話を伺いたいのですが。
BCP？ ちょっと待ってください。セキュリティを解除しますから、ID をカメラに向けてください。
こうかな？
ロレイン？
No.
いや。カレンさん？
ええ、カレン北条です。あなたは？ジョナサン・イングラム。あなた、イングラムね。
ああ、そうだな。
Interesting.
帰って。どうして私たちの家族につきまとうの？これ以上私たちを苦しめないで。お願いよ。
カレンさん、そんな気はない。俺はただ地球でロレインに、君の母親に頼まれたんだ。父親を探し出してほしいって。
その母さんもあなたに会いに行ったばっかりに。どうして父や母が。どうしてなの？あなたよ、ジョナサン・イングラム。 いつもあなたが原因よ。あなたが母を殺したも同然よ。付きまとうのはやめてください。父は私が探します。帰ってください。
カレンさん、あなたはジョナサンを誤解してる。
あなたは？
私は BCP の風紀家のエド・ブラウン。ジョナサン同様、君の母さんの古い友人だ。ジョナサンがロレインや君たちを苦しめるなんてとんでもない。俺はこいつと古い付き合いだ。こいつのロレインへの気持ちは誰よりも知っている。
知ってるわ。母さんもあなたのことをずっと思ってた。母は父にいくら言われてもあなたの写真いつも持ち歩いていたもの。父さんかわいそうだった。母さんは忘れなければならなかったのよ。そのことで父と母は喧嘩が絶えなかったわ。私はそんな二人を見て育ったのよ。幼い頃から。ジョナサン・イングラムを恨みながら。
It's not his fault.
知らなかった。すまない。
カレンさん、君の気持ちはよくわかる。だが、ジョナサンを恨むのは間違っている。
Right?
こいつはつい3年前まで宇宙をさまよっていたんだ。
カレンさん、聞いてくれ。君も君の父さんも大変な事件に巻き込まれてるかもしれない。俺は君たちを助けたい。君たちの力になりたい。
カレンさん、どうか分かってくれ。
I mean, she doesn't have to do anything, but
わか
you
っ
know.
たわ。うるさくされると迷惑だから。中に入って。
ありがたい。
さてどうしましょう、刑事さん。
へえ、内装も素晴らしい。
What is this? It's a biosphere. Serves as a motto of the Celeste. Celeste stands for Closed Ecological Life Support System. You don't need it to give it any food or oxygen, it's just totally self-sufficient. Like this model, if the colony's balance were disturbed, it would become unable to support life. That's seaweed. The seaweed uses the carbon dioxide, inorganic compounds, and sunlight to carry out photosynthesis. It's an antique lamp, twin lamps, I should say. They're connected to the sleep sensors in the sofas. They also have chaos systems, so their lighting changes depending on who's in the room. So this is our color. Yes, they use ambient lighting. That's pretty cool. What do those speakers belong to? They go with our home entertainment system. Are these two new cordless speakers with biomaterials? Right. It's an infrared system with no dead areas whatsoever. They're ultra thin and you can even decorate with photos or paintings. But Dad had never been one to do that. Look at this. Man, a high fidelity all-in-one home entertainment system. Employing 3D sound mapping and VR. Man. It's so 80s. With this system, composers are able to create truly immersive sound experiences that blows old surround sound stuff out of the water. It's made by Takagawa Electronics. Dad was able to get it at a reduced rate. It's a wall-mounted HD TV. It's got a chaos system too. You can set the hue to change according to your emotions. Like if you're laughing or crying. Chaos again. I remember things heading this way into the 20th when they brought out washing machines. And ovens with neural networks and fuzzy logic and so on. You're welcome to turn on the TV. No. It's a makeup stand. Mom gave it to me when I turned 20. In Japanese culture, you're regarded as an adult when you reach 20. The mirror used to go on top. It's broken though. Now I just use it for drawers. This is the first time I've seen you in anything low cut, Karen. You always cover up on TV. Yes, it is a news program after all. It's the station's policy. News Order isn't some raunchy soap opera. I like to wear something like this at home. I had no idea. About what? That you were concealing such a considerable asset. Did you choose your outfit yourself, Karen? Almost all these clothes I wear on camera are CG. Your clothes are CG? Well, I'm not naked during filming, of course. I do wear something. They alter it with CG at the other end. That must be why you always seem to change so fast. They always make slight adjustments to the color of my clothing depending on my condition and the day's news. That's kind of cool. I didn't know they did things like that. My makeup is done with CG as well. That's actually kind of cool. What are those? These are medical bracelets. Is there a serious problem you have? I'm afraid so. Yeah, she has bone marrow. Different in person than on TV. You're still just as charming, of course. Maybe it's the CG. It's to cover up my complexion. Are you sick right now? Actually, my problem is more than temporary. Is it alright if we ask you a few questions? What is it? That's a picture of Mom and Dad. Where did you get it? Your mother gave it to me on home.
カレン、この写真。
この写真。
ロレインとの写真だ。処分は君に任せる。
どうして？
ロレインはここにいる。このビヨンドに生きている。俺のところじゃない。処分は任せる。
わかったわ。
Interesting. Mom used to show me this. Brought it with me to prove who I am, if need be. Start low. You start with her job, get her comfortable. I'm a news anchor with BBC. We always watch your program at my house. Are you off today? I'm taking some time off because of my health. The news they're showing right now is a CG me. I don't think anyone will be able to tell the difference. Your mother was worried about an illness she said you have. Would you mind telling me about it? I have aplastic anemia. The hematopoietic stem cells in my bone marrow, the ones that create new blood, have become damaged, and I can't produce blood cells properly. I could become anemic or get hemorrhages or be more susceptible to infection. That's why you're so pale, isn't it? How did you get such a serious illness? In my case, it was exposure to cosmic radiation here. I have secondary aplastic anemia. Unlike home, the surface of Beyond gets hit by a good deal of radiation, so they must offer some form of compensation, right? Fortunately, they haven't set up anything official yet, no. Anti-space groups like the Repatriates do offer support money, but I don't want to end up being used by people like them. How do you treat something like that? Someone at your father's work was saying you need a bone marrow transplant. Yeah. Dad talked me into getting a couple immunosuppressant drug therapies. I could see why he wanted me to try it, but it's not doing much. Apparently, in moderate to severe cases like mine, hormone therapy has no effect either. That bad, huh? My only remaining option is a bone marrow transplant. So, a bone marrow transplant. They replaced my damaged marrow with marrow from a healthy person. But in order to do that transplant, they need marrow from someone with the same HLA type as me. We still haven't found somebody with my type. The transplant cost an enormous amount too. Transplant cost, hospitalization fees, immunosuppressants. I don't know where I'm going to get all the money, even if we do find a donor. You don't look like you're strapped for cash or anything. It's more expensive than you think. Till recently, my position on the waiting list was 5, which is for people who can't even pay for the transplant. But but last month I finally got some hope. It looks like Dad got me moved up. I'm so grateful for everything he's done.
Lorraine のことは
母の仮葬儀は終わりました。母は友人も少なかったし、私だけの寂しい葬儀でした。
遺体は
難しいみたい。せめてお骨だけでもって思うんですけど。
残念ながらビヨンドへの遺体の持ち込みは許可されないでしょう。
父が知ったらどんなに悲しむか。
遺留品は
遺留品も無理らしいです。
そうですか。お気の毒に。
ロレインに君のこと頼むって言われた。
そうですか。
She loved you more than my father. She was so happy when they found you. But I wasn't very nice to her. I felt sorry for Dad and everything. Mom didn't know very many people. I don't see how she could have had any enemies. Who could have done such a thing? The police in OLA are treating it as a terrorist bombing. That's ridiculous. It happened right in front of me. That wasn't some terrorist. It has to be related to your father's disappearance. Do you know someone called Jun Ishida? He's a Takagawa pharmaceuticals employee working at BCCH. Ishida? Ishida. No, it doesn't sound familiar. Maybe ask you about someone else? Do you know someone called Michael Saito? He works at Takagawa Pharmaceuticals. Saito? No, never heard of him before. So you don't know either of them. Dad never brings anyone from work to the house. Do you know if he's close to any of his colleagues? I don't think so, no. Does he still go to that Japanese festival? Mom went a few more times, but not Dad. A lonely scientist. Guys like Hojo are the hardest to track down. That's a Japanese name, right? Actually, I do remember hearing it now. But there are a lot of people here with Japanese names, so it could be common. This can't be an easy thing to talk about, but it is necessary for our investigation. What can you tell us about your parents? My father is a terrestrial who immigrated to Beyond shortly after it was completed. Your mother told me they met at Takagawa's festival for Japanese people. Yes, that's correct. He said Mom was inconsolable after your accident. Lorraine. He devoted himself to her. They married 6 months later. Mom couldn't forget you. The stronger Dad's love got, the more his jealousy grew. That's when the relationship turned sour. Mom still kept all the pictures she had of you. One day Dad found them and burned every last one. Not cool, dude. Like, love is love. One day, Dad found them and burned them every last one, including her copy of the one you just gave me. She had no pictures of you left after that. Okay, excuse me. I don't want to see you. I want you to see me blow my nose. I got dry boogies all day. All the days I got the dry boogies. Okay. They argue constantly, but they stay together for my sake. That's a real Japanese thing to do. Honestly, I didn't really understand that myself. What does your father do at Takagawa Pharmaceuticals? All I know is he's involved with developing new pharmaceuticals. To your understanding, what kind of work is it? I don't know. He never talked about it much. He never discussed his work at home. Not with me, anyway. Did he say anything you think might help us? Well, one time, I can't remember when exactly, he broke down in tears saying he wanted to quit Takagawa. He said they tricked me. I hate my fucking job. Holy mackerel. That was it. That was all he said. He never mentioned it again. He never swore, which made it even more unusual. For someone here to say something like that, that's almost unheard of. I don't really know what he did. He was forbidden from discussing his work for confidentiality reasons. He never talked about a certain new product he was working on. No, nothing specific. I don't really know what he did. Did you notice anything unusual about your father before he disappeared? He had been acting kind of strange lately. Maybe things weren't going well at work. So he definitely was different than usual. Yes, he does have a tendency to worry at times, but nothing like that. Please try to think. Even the littlest thing might make a difference. In what other ways was he different? He would become very pensive and emotional. He was like somebody else altogether. I think he talked to Mom about something, but he never said anything to me. So Lorraine did know something. Mom didn't tell me anything either. He would kind of watch out for me when he moved about the house. It seemed like he was avoiding me. People at Takagawa are saying it could be return syndrome. Dad? I wouldn't say he was the type. He liked it here. Maybe deep down he didn't like it and it was keeping it to himself? I never got that impression from him. It has to be related to something else. What are your father's hobbies? Hobbies? Well, he likes listening to CDs. CDs? Yes, he has lots of CDs. Got them when he was younger. Unusual, I know. I understand how that is. We come from the same time. That's his only hobby per se. He doesn't really have any friends. So would he spend his days off here? He was almost never home, since he and Mom didn't get along. Their relationship made him into a workaholic. Whenever he was home, he would spend his time listening to music by himself. A lonely scientist. Dead CDs are over on those shelves. Go and look for yourself if you'd like. I suppose he's your typical Takagawa employee. Mom probably wasn't satisfied with that kind of husband. Do you have any theories about what might happen to your father? He's not the type of person to disappear and not tell anyone. He must have became involved in something. Did he mention anything in particular before he went missing? Actually, yeah, the word Plato. Several times. I don't know what he meant by it. Platocracy? How the government, probably not. Again with this word Plato. You can't really recall anything else? I was away on assignment at the time. When I got back, Mom had already left for home. If I had been here, I wouldn't have let her do something like that. What about on the 15th of last month? The 15th? You mean the last time anyone saw Dad? Like I said, I was away on assignment. There's no sign of anyone having had contact with him after the 15th. So, you don't know what he could have meant by this Plato or Pluto thing. Your mother mentioned it too. I wish I knew. There's nowhere with a name like that here. Maybe it's some kind of code name. These are CD shelves. This is Dad's hobby. Listening to music is probably his favorite thing in the world besides work. I can see why. What with this setup, he must enjoy it a great deal. It's got almost every genre you can imagine here. CDs are an antique media nowadays. Right? But Dad doesn't like the quality you get with optical discs. CDs are optical discs, first of all. This is some collection. Your dad seems like a real audiophile. These CDs will use 3D data codes, right? Yeah, that's correct. Would you like to put something on? The cover says Love Theme. Written and performed by Motaki Furuki. No. No, I move over. The cover says Beyond Morning. And they are. Oh my god, that's a lot of shadies. Written and performed by Ika-chan. The cover says Sweet Hippo. Written and performed by Tappy. The cover says Arbescu. Written and performed by Tappy. Memoire de la Neige, written and performed by Tappy. Cover says Reunion, written and performed by Motaki Furukawa. Cover says Chase, written and performed by Motaki Furukawa. Would you mind if we put this on? No, not on. It's a blank CD case. Maybe it's from a private collection of his.
北条さんの部屋を見せてもらえないかな。
父の部屋。ああ、書斎なら。
書斎があるんですか。
ええ。
それじゃあ書斎を見せてもらえますか。
どうぞこっちです。
I used a guide for that. Oh, very Japanese.
ここが父の書斎の日本間です。
This is an odd desk. Where's the chair? And it's a zashiki desk, or desk you place on a tatami. You sit on the floor with your legs folded under you. Not good for your knees, homies. Sitting on the floor is great though. There's the, PewDiePie does the floor gang thing, but in reality, sitting on the floor is actually really good for you because the amount that you have to get up uses more calories, so it's actually really good for you, especially if you're older.
そのカードは
父の ID カードじゃないかしら。それは確か予備のコピーカードです。父は用心深い人でしたから。
カレンさん、ちょっとこれ預かってもいいかな。
いいですけど、徳川には内緒ですよ。コピーがあったなんて知れたら大変ですから。
Interesting.
日本古来の家紋表です。父はどうしてこんなものを貼っていたんでしょう。家紋の下に大役が書かれているわ。
The Takagawa logo comes from their family crest, right? He had to have a reason for putting this here. Let's see, this one says, the Sun Sayato, the Nadashiko, or Fringed Pink. It says he was the one who originally made this flower into a crest. Let's see what this says. Ieyasu Takagawa, the Takagawa Eio, or Hollyhocks. It says this became the Matsuradari family crest from their relationship with the Kamo shrines, later inherited by Takagawa. We have to thank them for the pictured logo. Let's see what this says. Toishie Maeda, the Kaga Ume Baki, or Kaga Plume Blossom. Maeda designed this to stand out from all the other plum crests that were around at the time. Some people think he was a descendant of the Sugahara family. That's what I heard anyway. Let's see what this one says. Mitsuranari Ishida, the Koyu. It says the Koyu were heavenly bodies originally used for the fortune telling in ancient India. This looks somewhat familiar. Yeah, I can't think of anything. Let's see what this one says. Takatsuni Sasaki, the Mayuri. This belongs to the Omigaijin clan, which Sasaki was a member. It's supposed to represent a dying pattern. That's what I heard anyway. The Triforce. Let's see what it says. Soi Hoyo, the Hoyo Oroku, or scales. It says the scales came from a dragon. This isn't my father's family crest. Even though his family name is Hoyo, it's not the actual crest he uses. This is speaking in general terms. There's a legend about this origin. One night, the regent of Kamakura, Takamasa Hojo, went to pray for the prosperity of his descendants at Enoshima when a half-human, half-snake woman appeared before him and gave him 3 scales. He tried to ensure the prosperity by making the scales into his family crest. Though these are snake scales? Hideki Kobayakawa, the crest of the Katori family, originated from the Katori shrine in the Chibi prefecture. Chiba! The Katori shrine also uses the Gashun Okiri, a Paulawinia flower pattern. That's what I heard anyway. Nagamasa Asai Kanahaban Abishi inside Mitsumori Kiki or flower. Diamonds inside the 3 tortoise shells. This is from the Itsukushima shrine in Hiroshima prefecture. It came from the shape of a large boulder in front of the subordinate shrine. That's what I heard anyway. Interesting. That's Japanese colored paper, or origami. Dad wrote one of his favorite words on it. What does it say? Oedu. That means the high road. He used to say one should always take the high road. That's a hanging scroll, or a kakichiku. Is it a talisman? It's Japanese custom to decorate the alcove with art and writing.
それはロレインの。
母さんの仏壇、まだホームから遺体が届いてませんけど。
遺体をビヨンドへ入れるには手続きが非常に難しいんだ。
母さんも日系人だから仏壇に。
ロレインが死んだのは俺の責任だ。
No, you're not.
彼女は助けを求めてきた。俺を頼って。しかし、俺は彼女を追い返した。
I mean,
辛
did
か
you?
ったんだ。
でも母さんは幸福だったはずです。あなたに会えて。それが何よりもの慰め。
This is actually the Hojo family Altair. I never imagined I need to use it for this so soon. Is this adjustable glass? That's shoji glass. It's made to resemble soji. It's a high-tech glass that lets you control the permeability of light. Soji are Japanese screens or doors made out of Japanese paper called washi. Any chance you'll let me look at this? There was Suhi and Suzuri in them before, but they're empty now. There was what? Sumi and Sazuri. Ink and ink stones. Use them in calligraphy. Is this artificial? No, it's real. It's from home, Fern, if I remember right. This is a nice pot, too. Mom took good care of it. You don't come across this variety very often on Beyond. What's this? What's that you got there? This? Oh, my cell phone. You newstakers are pretty busy, huh? That's not the main reason I have it, actually. Are these plants real? Yes. They're selectively bred to absorb large amounts of carbon dioxide. It's nice having the room full of fresh air all the time. There's a plant in the study, too. We have a lot of plants in the house. It's because Mom was a terrestrial. This is a picture of Mom. Dad puts pictures of her up wherever he can. He has one in his lab at work, come to think of it. That's one of Mom's flower vases. She did a lot of flower arranging. Lorraine always did like flowers. This isn't a zero-gravity ceramic, is it? That's unusual for Beyond. Right, it's porcelain. Mom probably ordered it from home. Flowers and plants remind her of home, I'm sure.
Karen-san, どうも役に立ちましたよ。
カレン、すまなかった。
私、真実を知りたい。だから約束してくださる？どんなことが分かっても父に関すること、私に隠さないで教えてください。母に代わって依頼料は払います。
分かった。約束しよう。しかし金はいらない。この件はロレイン本人から頼まれたものだ。依頼人はロレインと俺本人だ。
Interesting.
ジョナサンって呼んでもいいかしら？
ああ。
ジョナサン、私、さっきは言い過ぎたわ。ごめんなさい。
カレンさん、ロレインがあんなことになったんだ。あなたも安全とは言えん。何かあればすぐ BCP まで連絡してください。部下を送ります。
ありがとう。
じゃあ、カレン。
あ、ジョナサン。
なんだ？
あなたずっとタバコ加えてたわね。
こいつは病気なんだ。気に障ったのなら。
いえ、母からはそんな話聞いたことないから。
大丈夫。このビヨンドにいればやめるさ、きっと。
そうね。じゃあ。
失礼するよ。
Smoking seems to be really relevant into the story.
ジョナさん、気を落とすな。時間がかかるが、きっと彼女も分かってくれる。
だといいが。
Why would John care? I mean, I guess it could be like the daughter he never had and look at it as family because it is his wife, but he never had kids. I guess Karen doesn't really have much family either.
ジョナさん、徳川ビルに向かうぞ。行けばわかるが、
This is
文
supposed
字
to
通
be
り
insane.
このビヨンドを象徴するところだ。ビヨンドへの観光客は必ず見に行く。そして徳川の力に圧倒される。